Okay, now you can hear me. I was just saying I wasn't prepared for this, so welcome to the stream. My mic is just lying here, and I hope you're doing well. This is a little quick stream. Just wanted to model the Neutron and the capsule that they didn't announce. It is a capsule. They just didn't announce it, I guess. Okay, I'll mute this so it doesn't like hurt your ears while I attach this. Good. I hope you guys are good. Yeah. Yep. That's me. Cool. I didn't lock myself out of my camera rain. That is true. That is true. And I don't rely on some service to have this go out and then it fails on liftoff. No shade, of course, but that sucks. How are you doing, Andy and Kalen? And we have also, I don't know if you're still here, but Robas and Risto. How are we doing? Sound is on. Yes, great. There's no music. I'll just put that on when we start doing some cool stuff. Do you like my shirt? I showed this last time, but this is a little shirt I'm working on. I'm gonna tweak it a little bit so the rockets there are like the same thickness as the lines. And yeah, I think it's pretty neat. Yeah. I also, I don't know if you guys saw this on the Twitters or the Instagrams, but I got a little model, which is pretty neat. I will just show it quickly. Not gonna play around with it too much, but yeah. Yeah, tarot deck, yeah. Yep, indeed. That's nice, yeah. Good to be with family. Yeah, so here we have a Falcon 9. One of the griffins is bent, but it's not like bad, and I think I can't bend it back. I just haven't dared to do it yet. But they are metal, right? So it should be. Or maybe they're plastic. I think they're metal. But yeah. Otherwise, it's pretty damn cool. You can also unfold the legs, of course. Yeah, this is dope. Hello, Max Q Studios. Welcome. But I'm not here to rave about a cool model. I'm here to make a model. But yeah, I'm just keeping it in the package for or in the box for now, because I do want a special place for it and my other stuff. And my other spaceflight stuff, I have like that's not spaceflight, but it's an autograph by what's his name? Okay, do you Andy? Do you recognize him? Can't remember his name. It's on there. Sylvester McCoy, right? 10th Doctor, and then I have a photograph of Starhopper by Tim, and then I think that's pretty much it. And then the painting above is a painting by my granddad, which I think looks like Mars, which is cool. But yeah, so I want that all like hanging in one cool place, but I'm not gonna put it up now because I will move in maybe like 6 months or something, maybe less. So I don't want to like spend time putting up and have it all be cool and then yeah. Oh, he's Scottish too? Oh. A Scotsman indeed then. I only knew that David Tennant and Peter Capaldi was Scottish. Where am I moving to? I haven't found out yet. I just know that I need to move because this is like a student apartment, so I'm only allowed to live here while I study, and I will be finished studying in January. So, yeah. The guitar, yeah. I don't think that's Scottish. Might be, I don't know. It says Maya, so I don't know. I got it from my mom, and she got it when she was, I don't know what that's called, but she got it when she was like 16. Hello, Ruby. Long time no see. Welcome. Sorry, just opened a little can of absolute pure energy because I need it. I don't think I'll be streaming for 6 hours this time, but we'll see what happens. I will be streaming until we have something cool. It is also October, which means it's Spacetober, so there's like prompts for each day, which has been made, so we can do some cool art each day. I don't know if I'm going to do it every day, but let's see. Because I am a little bit busy. But we have the Spacetober challenge, so if you want to do some art, it can be anything. You can do it like a drawing or like a photograph or 3D like me or something else that you think is cool and artsy. And then there's a prompt for each day, and you can use it to like practice your art, which I did last year, or you can do it to like just have fun. And yeah, so today's prompt is moon. Yeah. So we might do a render with the neutron capsule and like the moon behind. Maybe like it's sitting on Neutron on the launch pad with the moon. I thought I'd combine the two. Yeah. Yeah. Morgan Denman at NASA Designer on Twitter created the challenge. Well, anyways, I think we should get into it. So yeah. We need a Casper astronaut render. That would be fun. It would be fun to do like a 3D scan of my head. I think I did that once actually. I did it. That's funny. I did that for the last Spacetober challenge. I did like a 3D scan of my head. It wasn't actually a 3D scan. I think I just took some pictures and like mapped that on a 3D model. But anyways, I put that like in a mountain, and then I had like an astronaut in some lava. It was really weird. Lunar starship with onboard camera landing. Ooh, that does sound cool. If you have any ideas, let me know. But my idea is that I think I'll do a render with just like a centerline sort of arranged render where it's like the neutron rocket and then the capsule on top and then the moon above that, or maybe like big and behind it, and then yeah, something a little bit artsy, a little bit stylized maybe. Okay, I will open up Blender. It's a dark blue. Maybe that's a little bit hard to see on stream, but thank you. Thank you, Ruby. Ooh. I do like it. I do like to match it with my clothes, so it should have been black or like dark gray or something. But I don't have that. I don't have black. Not yet. I need more nail polish. I have a green and a red and this dark blue and a light blue. And something else. Maybe I don't have anything else. Whatever. Hello, Aris. How are you doing today? Are you ready for Neutron? Let's do it. Okay. I'll just set up the scene. Maybe we should switch to Blender so you guys can see it. How do we do that? Guess we do it like this. Welcome. Welcome to Blender. Above me we have some renders from the announcement. Yeah. From the, well, it wasn't really an announcement, it was like an investor day, right? So it was, yeah, it wasn't like live when we could see it, then we got the live stream afterwards. But anyways, it had these like cool renders and also this like cat view, which is cool. So we have something to go off of. I think we'll just start off by loading in my current Neutron model. Just a second. I'll just switch back to face cam. Because I need to make sure that I load the right one. Not that it really matters. I just think it's more clean if I just switch to Blender when I have it open. Let's see. Neutron. There's so many rockets called like rocket or launcher or whatever. Okay. Here we go. Welcome back to Blender. Okay, so this is my current model. This is what I actually modeled on stream last time. Well, not the last stream, but like last time I streamed modeling Neutron. Does that make sense? Why can't I see chat? Where are you, chat? Hello? Oh, just Ari. That makes sense. That makes sense. Sorry. I know this would be more work, but Not-A-Capsule as a COG indicator inside a lunar vehicle you've already made. The moon in the windows. I think I know what you mean, and I do agree it's more work. We'll see when we get there how much like energy I have and stuff. I think it's a cool idea because it's not a capsule, so it's like a COG indicator instead. It's like a little plushie or something. We'll see. But anyways, what do? We add some references, and these are the references from last time. I think we'll just hide all of those. Move them to the side. I actually make a little collection here. So, okay, old. Maybe I shouldn't have moved them because they were like aligned. I'll just do that and hide them. So instead of making it from scratch, I think I'll just tweak this model because I don't think it's changed enough. We'll see when I load the images how much it has changed. But I don't think it's changed enough that we need to like start from scratch. I think we can just get away with adjusting the dimensions a little bit. Neutron. Okay, so what do we go with? What is like our master? Master reference. I think this one maybe? Just the one with the least perspective, and this one is seen from kind of above, and this one is more directly from the front. It does have a little bit perspective, but I think it's pretty good. We'll just go with that. The animation of latitude, did you use Eevee or Cycles? If Cycles, did you use a render farm? you are onto something there. I did use cycles and I did use render farm. Because, yeah, I've just gone... I still use Eevee sometimes. Mostly for my own renders by now. And I've gotten really, like, accustomed to using cycles, and I'm really starting to like it now that it's also like a lot quicker to use. The reason I started doing animations at all was that Eevee came out, and then I was like, oh shoot, I can do animations now. Like my PC was not very good. I mean, it was decent, but cycles was terrible to render animations in. It was just so slow on my PC at least. Has Neutron gotten taller, or are the dimensions the same? Because it looks the same here, the same width. And the fairing is actually pretty close. It is just, I guess it is just the bottom that's more straight. But anyway, so yeah, once the Cycles X came out, the new Cycles that's like so much faster, I started doing a lot of renders in that again, and then I started doing animations that again. So yeah, the latitude was done in Cycles, and the orbital machines, which deliver the pumps for latitude, funnily enough, animation and renders for them was also done in Cycles and render farm. And I don't know if it's cheap, but I use Render Street, which has a plugin for Blender. You can actually see it over here somewhere. You see it in here. Hello? Where is it? There we go. All the way at the top for some reason. Yeah, so I'm actually in minus right now, like minus $0.50 in my account. Because I just used it to render something. But yeah, so it's really easy to use. You can just like send it over, upload the file, and then also got some really good support from them. So I had not that they'll necessarily do this for everyone, but I had a problem, and then they like refunded it. Because it was like, it was my fault, but it's a feature that so many people have like asked for that they recognize that it's like a fair mistake to make, which was render layers. I used like render layers, and then I got a black frame, and really the what you want to do is like just render, which the support guy was really kind to like give me some tips and tricks to get some better results next time, which was render like a really low resolution, really low sample size, and send that to the render farm, and then you can just see if it like comes out not black and like the sort of what you want it to look like, and then from there, yeah, they don't have to upload the whole thing again, which takes a long time for like bigger scenes or files. But you can just duplicate the job on Render Street, and then set it to render with the correct setting, so much higher resolution and correct samples. And if you want to do an animation, you can do that up there. So that was really neat, and it's been great to use. Okay, do I want to do the legs from scratch, or do I want to like adjust them? I think I just want to hide them for now and try to do them from scratch. Old streaks. Because they seem to be a bit different. Why do I have New Horizons in here? Did I do a render with that? Weird. Maybe it was for Rocket Explorer or something. I might have tried to do some satellite stuff. Good luck with your haircut, Kalen. That is always a gamble, I feel like. Best of luck with that. Did I not just... Oh, right. And then the legs. 2. Right, so I think we already have the basic shape of the first stage. Maybe a little bit thinner, but... Does it actually... Might just be the perspective. It looks like it just goes straight down. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Does the neutron go straight down? Does it flare out? Does it go in again? A little bit. I'm sort of betting on... I don't need this. Interesting. Yeah, I hope it's useful. Are you doing 3D renders as well, Ruby? I don't think I've seen it on Twitter. Do I even follow you? I think I do. I guess not. I love that duck. Yeah, that's awesome. Ooh, re-entry shader. Nice. Nice. But anyways. So, okay, so we have more engines, right? Archimedes engines, and we have 9 of them now. Is that correct? So let's just like... Just like... Yes. Give me more space to work with. I think I'll also subdivide this a bunch. Just for clean rendering. Turn it off for now. All right. How many 3D artists in chat? How many of you guys also do what I do? I would like to know, or would like to try to learn it. If you have any questions, let me know. Is there a way? Now, I have a question for you guys. Is there a way to make all of these go in the same direction? This is annoying. I can just do like half of them at a time, but yeah. The reason I'm doing it that way, like sliding them, instead of scaling them up, is that they will scale. It's such a minor difference, but it's just nicer to know that they don't scale incorrectly. Which also, when you slide edges like this, it also means that the UV isn't like getting messed up. When you slide edges, it sort of just extends the UV in the correct direction, which is neat. Just do Blender stuff, don't really post it. That's cool. That was me for the first 5 years or something. I guess I did like post a little bit, but been there. KSP mods. Ooh, that is how I got into 3D. My very first model, I think, was a fuel tank for KSP. That's awesome. Andy, you'd like to learn some blend stuff, but don't have enough time. Unless you drop other stuff. Relatable. I have stuff I would love to learn too, but Time, man. Time indeed. Especially when you have a family and stuff. At least I can be like a degenerate and just sit here in my room and just do whatever I want. Don't have any real responsibilities. Oh, it's nice, man. Okay, yeah, so this was the kind of Archimedes engine we just like slapped together last time. I don't know if it's accurate in any way, but we'll see. Do I just... what do I do? Are they smaller now also? The engines? Because there's 9 of them. And they... yeah, they must be smaller. Oh. Just a beginner. Gotta start somewhere. I will say, using a render farm does get expensive really, really quick, so I won't necessarily recommend that for beginner stuff. Also, Eevee is so powerful. You really can do a lot of like really cool animations, and I think basically all the animations on my YouTube channel right now are in Eevee. It's only really recently that I've done started doing animations in cycles, because it just can do low light. Obviously, the all the shadows and stuff are more accurate, especially once you start like rendering volumes and such. But then also low light. You'll see an animation I'm working on right now, just for fun, which will come out soon, which has a lot of low light, like a nighttime animation, and that is done in cycles, because in Eevee it just looks like daytime almost, because it's just no way. Eevee is so cool, and I think in one of the upcoming updates it should have like ray tracing or something, or at least some way better something is coming. Some of you will know. I can't remember. I can't keep up. We need to move this down. The skirt goes all the way down to the bottom, because the engines don't really stick out from the bottom, I think. But that's the idea, I think. Let's add some more references. We have some more pictures. We have the fairing. Then we can just scale this to fit. Hello, Astro Penny. Yay. I know you. Good to see you. Love the name. Plus, now if you have RTX or something, you have optics ray tracing on cycles. Yes. And that is why I need to upgrade soon. I am still chugging along on my 1070. So, which is still like it's a really good card. It's like, it does work great for me. But yeah. Speaking of rendering engines, what do you think of Moonray being open sourced? Do you think it could be included in Blender at some point? I've never heard of Moonray. I'm not really like a technical rendering guy like that. Is it a rendering engine for one of the other big programs or whatever? Like Maya or something? Because I mean, I could definitely, if it is getting open source, then it's if it's good, I can definitely see it like being a plugin, since there's so many plugins and add-ons and stuff for Blender, so I can definitely see some people doing that. I don't think it'll be included natively. I don't see necessarily the Blender team doing that because they're working so hard on Eevee and the Cycles rendering engine, so just including another one might necessarily not make sense. I don't know. Just guessing. Ooh, DreamWorks. Okay. Back in the late 90s, you had a colleague producing still images using a tool called POV Ray. And it took hours to compute the ray tracing. Today's folk spoiled. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, indeed. Ray tracing is so cool. Like, and it just, it keeps being like that. You move a couple generations up and then it's just a whole new level. Like, my dad has talked about how when he worked at a company, like, well, it was before I was born, so like maybe 25 years ago or 30 years ago or something. He could like sit at a computer. He was a graphic designer, I think, and then tell the computer to draw like a circle at a certain like radius or diameter with a certain thickness or color, and then just go for a coffee break and then come back, and then it would have like drawn the circle. And then if it wasn't quite right, he'd have to like adjust it a little bit, and then yeah, that's wild to me. Ooh, how to train your dragon. Okay. Maybe, I mean, if it's cool that they're making it open source. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah. What are you saying, Ruby? Yep. Yeah, the 1490. I don't know if I'm gonna get one of those. I think now that they've come out, I might go and grab a 30 series card. But I don't know. I'll have to wait and see, like how big the difference is. Because I keep telling myself, when a new generation comes out, I'm like, okay, I'll just wait till they get cheap, and then I'll buy one. And then they obviously never do. Or when they do, it's because the next generation comes out, and then I say the same thing again. That's really stupid. What do you think of it? What do we think of this? Interesting. Ugh, this is what I hate with like renders with perspective. You can never really line it up. I think it's rotated a little bit too. Gosh damn it. At university, we had to send a print job to a queue and collect them at an office hours later to find out what we got. Crazy days. Yeah. Oh yes. And I mean, I guess that's what people feel will feel in the future about how like rendering and waiting for rendering, and also like simulation stuff. We just see some new like simulation stuff coming out now with the new algorithms and stuff, where it can, I can't remember specific, but I feel like I saw it just recently, where it was like went from weeks of calculation down to like hours, which is just nuts to think about. And what that will do for like computational, I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. Can you tell that I'm not clever? But I heard a cool thing, so I'll repeat it. Yes, okay. So what I think we'll do here is start by using the same strake for the front and the side and edit them together. Since we can only see the side strakes from the side and the front strake from the front. So I think it'll have like approximately the same, not curvature, but like dimensions-ish, like the same angles. I don't know. So we use the front view for the thickness, and we use the side view for the height. No, not height. The depth, I guess. The height is different. Let's see. But it does change, right? So for this one, down here somewhere, the front of it gets really narrow. But the back stays wide. But then it narrows up here. So we'll have to do the same. Let's see. This is the stuff where we just have to sort of guess. That seems fine-ish. We'll have this, make single user, and then when we edit this, it'll be different. But now I have to, okay, I'll just keep track of how much I move this in. 0.15, and I'll do the same here. Maybe it's not the same actually, I don't know, 0.1. Yeah, cool. So I think that's maybe approximately right. Looks a little weird. What do you guys think? Does that fit the render? Maybe it's straight. Maybe it's like all the way up here. I just feel like it gets narrowed down here too. So maybe maybe it does like this. And then maybe this is not there. It looks more correct. It looks worse. Like from a design perspective, I guess. This looks cooler. But I think that's more correct. Cool. I think this is even so old that it has the old logos. Let's see. Rendering, hello? Can you find some textures for me? There we go. Yeah, it has the old Rocket Lab logo in white. White. That's cool. And then this texture down here is now stretched, which is neat, I guess. Cool. Okay, so I think I'll just copy this straight around again so we can use the top just for reference. And then I wonder if I should, so this bit where it gets tighter, should I have that be all the way down here? Or should that happen as sort of the same distance? Or should it, oh, we can see right here. That's smart. Okay, it's the same height. Thank you, CAD model. Cool. It's a funky leg. But if that's how Rocket Lab wants it, that's how we'll make it. I guess, yeah, we need to attach to the body somehow. We might do like a shrink wrap. I think we did that last time as well. So the trick is to do a shrink wrap and attach it to the body, and then just with a vertex group make sure it only works on these vertices in here, so it attaches to the model sort of. Just have the subdivision on there. Yeah, I think I might do a loop cut down the side middle, but we'll see if it's necessary. I just want to select these, say vertex group, and call it attach 100%. And shrink wrap this, attach. Nice. So now no matter like how much I move it or how much I subdivide this, it'll be like at the surface. You can also see why I would want to do a loop cut down the middle, because right now it's sort of clipping through right there. But I think it's fine. You won't really see that, I think. And now we just need to do the same here. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Ooh, I am tired today, guys. Did you guys see the Tesla AI day? That's a part of why I'm tired. So I went to bed really early, like after dinner yesterday. Went to bed at like 8 p.m. and then woke up at 2 a.m. to see the AI day, which was really interesting. Some really cool tech and improvements, and yeah, I actually fell asleep again, so I haven't seen all of it, but that was really cool. And then what else? Then I couldn't really sleep. I slept a little bit, but then Tim started his stream for the Firefly flight, Alpha flight. So I just kind of stayed up in bed watching that, which was really cool too. And of course it got delayed, right? So I just had to stay up, which is fine. Not complaining. Then I had to do, well, I didn't have to, but I went to a sort of reptile it's not a conference, but like a showroom. Not a showroom. What do I call it? I don't know. Sort of conference thing in like a big hall. They had a bunch of like reptiles, snakes, spiders. Also other things that weren't reptiles, but you know, you get the idea. And then, yeah, that was really kind of cool. And then I came back, and then I wanted to stream. I think the outer face on the shorter canard one is a bit wider in the middle. It is in the correct one or in mine. But it also looks like it goes straight up, so that's interesting. It might go straight from there. That's sort of how I read that. Oh, and this goes all the way up here. Called this morning's launch with the family. Noise. It launched right at the top of the window, but didn't it? Maybe it's just because I was so tired. I feel like it. Oh, that was yesterday? Lit the engines, aborted, and then they scrubbed to today. Yes, that's true. Yes. I just can't. Yeah, it was awesome. Oh, you missed the 5 live launch. Dang. Was it like a weird time for you? Since it's like... Yeah, it was really early morning. Not really early, but like early morning for me, so it would have been... I can't time zones right now. Right, Andy, yes, okay. It's just my calculations. What am I trying to do? Right, cool. Moderating chat from 6 a.m. Yeah, it was earlier for you, Andy, right? Damn. Good work. We appreciate it. Attach the strakes. They do look weird. We'll see. I'll just... Whoops. Smart UV project them, so like auto unwrap them so we can slap a texture on them. And we'll see how that looks. Yeah, way too small, but you get the idea. Pretty cool. Need to fix the engines. This does look weird, but I don't know. Oh, yikes, 3 a.m. Damn. At least I guess it was on a Saturday, right? Or like a night to Saturday. That's like a small help. Yes. Just want to add a little... Just a sort of point that it will rotate about. This new button in Blender, one of the newest update, Shade Auto Smooth. I think I mentioned it last time as well, but it just saves like 3 clicks, and it's the nicest little 3 clicks. Because now you can go between shading completely smooth, shading auto smooth, which like uses these hard edges, and also like something that's more than 30 or 60 degrees, and then also flat, which is the same in this case. Very sleep deprived. No sleep for 2 days. Oh man. That sucks. Can relate. Hope you get some sleep soon. That's not fun. Where is everyone from? Indeed, good question. I am from Denmark. If it was 3 a.m., it must have been like the US. And let me guess. East Coast. East Coast or like mid, somewhere in the middle. Hungary? Let's go. Wait, you're in the same time zone as me. I guess. I misjudged it. EST. Nice. I got close, I think. So EST is, yeah, Eastern Standard Time. Around the middle. Sweet. I'm getting the hang of time zones lately. Okay, what am I? I'm just messing around with these RCS ports here. I don't know if they're even there on the renders or anything. Are they on this one? Guess we can't really see. There's something there, that's for sure. And legs and stuff like that. Thrust structure. It's interesting that there's so much space between the bottom of the dome and the sort of, yeah, plate here. Thrust plate. Thrust puck, whatever you want to call it. Oof, I can already feel my energy. It is rough, guys. Okay. Yes, we'll just move this all up, I think. Up to here. Make sure the center is in the middle. Yo, we're good. Welcome. You caught it. Good to see you. Maybe you can boost my energy a little bit. I need it. It's interesting that the that looks awesome. Yes. Why don't they do this? It's interesting that the fins are so low. What am I doing? I'm this isn't even like necessarily aligned. This is so stupid. Is it aligned? Did I align it? I can't even. What am I doing, guys? Yeah, I don't. This makes no sense. Where's the what? I need another. I need more references. Send help. Heck yeah. Is this different? This is the same render, right? Yeah. And do we see anything in? Maybe I should have aligned this with the grid, like the fins. Maybe that should have been my key. Like comparison here. Size-wise too. Just a little bit off. I think that's pretty much it. It's pretty close at least, right? Okay, so that's more accurate in terms of the height. So that it's actually even higher. Does that even make sense, guys? Yeah, I guess it's the same model. It's just wild to me that my concern here is that this bit, like the top of the first stage, is so much higher up from the fins, and now it does not line. What's happening? What is even happening here? Did I not? I don't know. It's just weird to me, since one of the I guess it's the same in Falcon 9 with the grid fins. Maybe I just have a like wrong conception about what's good and what's bad aerodynamically. It would just make sense to me that it's closer to the very end of it, because then you have more control, like a bigger lever arm or whatever. Hell yeah, Wigan, I'm glad you could make it. Let's look at it in colors. Yes. Awesome. We do need a little bit of this. And then we need to obviously have the new logos, tweak this a little bit. New fairings. I think I'll just do the fairings from scratch again. Yeah, I'll move these into another old fairings. What I didn't understand, right? So maybe you guys can explain this to me. I think he said in the presentation, or the like investors call, whatever. I think someone said, I think maybe it was Peter Beck, that by having 2 bearings instead of 4, they need to swing out less. Which I would feel like maybe if you have 4 or 3, the more you have, the less they need to open. Maybe that's not correct. Maybe that, I guess with 4 you have like these like sharp edges, and that needs to be further away then. I don't know. Does that make sense to anyone? Never considered that as a second stage. Yeah, I mean it's hidden in there. It is it's all the way in there. Really fun design. It's a really cool design. Can't wait to see it. Yes, indeed. I don't think we'll see Skylon. I have a Skylon model actually. I don't think anyone has ever seen that. Felix from What About It some point asked me to do a Skylon for him. I don't think he ever used it in the video. So I just have it laying around somewhere. Just handy, I guess, if I need it, but it's a cool concept, but I just think like so many other, maybe the engine, maybe the, what's it called, Reaver? No, that's Firefly. It's called something like that, right? The engine is really cool, at least the concept, with a sort of hybrid jet and rocket engine. I think they went to choose where there were fewer parts. Right, they also mentioned that for the fairings, yes, correct. So I just feel like they mentioned both, but maybe I'm just remembering that wrong. But yeah, fewer parts, yeah, fewer like moving parts, and yeah, should be more sturdy. Also, hello there. All right, bearing real quick. Ooh, advanced cones, yes. This is an add-on that I can't remember now who made it, but someone in one of the 3D artists in the community made this really cool add-on. What I really think it needs is like little icons that show what each of these are, because I can never remember, so I always end up just like adding each one, and then I guess this might be a good one. But it's really handy to get a quick fairing. Shit. See, this doesn't make sense to me now. What's... Is it really there? Does that make sense? I guess maybe it does. I don't know, guys. General Kenobi. Yes, indeed. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. Don't execute me. But I know the reference. So at least I've got that going for me. So I don't think I can actually tweak this to be the correct shape because I don't have control over the tip or like the different radiuses. Radii. Maybe I should just do it manually. Because it does have a non-standard shape, I guess. The top does look like a sphere. So the Saber engine is taking oxygen from the atmosphere while there's enough and then switches to internal. Right. And then it has to carry less. Another Scott, well, if you're counting. Yes. I like that. If another Scott shows up in chat, that'll be awesome. What are we doing here? I just want to match sort of radius. And then we can connect these guys like that. I think move this out a little bit. I will subdivide this so it has a smoother sort of curve. This is where I usually, when I model a rocket, I usually model the fairing as part of the model in originally and then cut it off, which results in a sort of smoother transition. Now I sort of have to do that manually, which is a little bit more difficult. I think we can manage though. We'll just have to tweak around till it looks good. I think that sort of matches it pretty good, right? It does have a sort of curve at the bottom, then it goes kind of straight and then into the nose. Do we like that? So it is more round here, which is interesting. So maybe we should go after the cat, because sometimes it's just an artist who does these. Maybe it's like roughly based on the cat, but so I don't know. I don't want to base it on this, but we don't have a good view on that. It's just like this side view. Maybe I'll just make it a little bit more curved to match both. We got the base of bone worms. That looks pretty clean. I like that. Cool. Thank you, Wigan. We'll just slice it. We can unwrap it. Ooh. Add a neutron carbon composite. And then there's the correct color at least. Yeah, neat. Looks... doesn't match fully. Looks a little weird. Looks so tall. Something is definitely wrong. This has to be wrong. It looks way too like long after the fins. Right? Why is the nose cone so... This doesn't make sense to me. What's happening? Is the rocket taller? Like, what are the dimensions? Thank you, Kenzo. I love that you're saying that while I'm like complaining that it doesn't make sense. This is so weird. Right? Am I the only one? It feels like it should be taller at least. I don't know if you've modeled it yet, Corey, but or anyone else. Maybe you can tell me if it's changed. $40 meters. That's literally like the exact height that I have, almost. So, yeah. Not that, I guess. Nothing about the shape of this rocket makes sense to most of us. That you've got a point. You've got a point. So it looks like it ends here, and it looks like this is part of the fairing, but it clearly doesn't like actuate, right? It's only the top bit that actuates, because you see the hinges here as well. That's really weird to me, but maybe it's just like, I guess that's just how it is. It's just how it is. We can do like a little sharp here. Maybe it looks more normal this way. If you actually see the sort of cut where the fairing starts there. Does help a little bit, I guess. Like visually, it sort of cuts off there. Then you see that this is all the fairing. Yeah, I do think that helps visually, if it's correct. Okay, so it's 42.8 meters tall. Okay, that helps. But does that mean that... That's interesting, because does that mean that the diameter has changed? I don't think so, right? Because if it's 42.8... then I need to make the reference image bigger. Like to there. And then it looks like the... No, you're right, I guess the diameter of the rocket itself makes sense there still. And then the streaks are just a little bit thicker than I made them. A little bit taller. A little bit wider. Right? And then maybe the fairing can make more sense. Diameter didn't change, right? Cool. That's good though, because then I think it makes sense. Because now if I... Now I can extend the fairing here. Like make it taller. I think I'll just actually just... What do I want to do? I kind of want to just scale it up and apply that scale. Which is, no, I'll never do that. Set the origin point and then I'll scale it up here. I never want to scale in... No, I don't want to do that either. Because then I lose the shape of this. I never want to scale in object mode, which is when it looks like this. You want to scale in edit mode. Because it messes with a bunch of things. Still looks weird, but I guess, I don't know. Does remind me slightly of the red arrow. Oops. Damn it. Black arrow, yeah. Yes. It does kind of, yeah. I think I mentioned it last time as well in the stream that the sort of the engine arrangement could have been Maybe, no. Maybe I've mentioned that about the sushi? No, I don't know. We talked about it last time, at least. Scaling matches really well, though. Yeah, I agree. This shape also really kind of looks like the capsule, so I think it's starting to make sense. Or the Not-A-Capsule. We'll need to make the internal of the fairing as well soon. Yeah, because now I can scale this out. Starting to make sense. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Ish. Maybe. Kind of. I mean, it's a cool rocket. I don't think you can convince me it's not. It's just weird. Which is, I guess, 90% of what makes it cool. Yeah. We need to fix the UVs. Cool. So we have a rocket. I think that's, yeah, we need to move the fins a little bit, scale them up maybe. But I think that's pretty much it. I'll just leave the RCS ports as such a minor detail. This is annoying me that the scale doesn't match, but and they look different here. They're like symmetrical. They aren't really here. So it is what it is. Then we have a line right at the top of the strakes, which I have here. I'll just move that down a little bit. I'll just leave it actually, since it'll mess up the stuff. But that's where the end of the tank is down here. I want to add some lines where the tanks are, just so we have some more visualization there. Maybe actually, maybe I shouldn't, because it's carbon fiber. Usually there's like weld lines if it's aluminum or something else, but since it's carbon, might only be where the tanks are joined like this, or sections. Casper, I just realized we have no music. Right. Yes, not intentional. Thank you. You are truly my music master, or whatever you want. What did you call it in the beginning? Music. Police. Yes. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Andy. I'll just need to make sure the volume is correct. And we have EDA music, and we can start with some Translunar Coast. Yes. How's the levels there? Sound good? Do we like it? This demonstrates how absorbing your streams are. Yes, hopefully that's a good thing. I do try to be entertaining. Which is usually also why my modeling is so slow. I'm just sitting here. Let's see. Fix that. Yeah. Don't necessarily want to touch the second stage. I think the adapter is a little bit more traditional. Right here it's kind of weird. It's a little bit more traditional right now in the CAD model, which makes sense, I guess. Don't necessarily want to touch the engine. The engine that I made last time is definitely too wide, which we talked about, I think, on that stream. Sweet. Thank you, Andy. But engines, yes. So we need 9 engines. Question if I... Do I even wanna... Yes. Yes. What's the point of the stream? Is that I'm actually doing the thing. Debating with myself if I even want to do what I've set out to do. I'll just turn off the subdivision so it goes a little bit quicker here. So, okay. Yeah, 9 engines, which are smaller. Do we know anything about the engines, dimension-wise? You guys let me know if we have any info or like approximate dimensions there. Because they've got to be smaller, at least. And then 45 degrees apart. That's our new engine layout. Welcome back, Kalen. You missed that we fixed the first stage and the strakes, and we fixed, we have the new fairing shape. I haven't cut it open yet, so just like this one solid shape, like this. And then we figured out that the dimensions are a little bit weird off. That's because it's a little bit taller, so it's 40. Oh no. Did you say 42.8 and I set it to 40.8? God damn it. So it's even taller than this. It's 42.8. Right. Damn it. But it needs to be that big. Does that make sense? No, that doesn't make sense. Thank you. Because now the diameter has changed. We can see the inner diameter here. It made sense sort of with the 40.8. Starting to not make sense with the 42. But maybe, I mean, I could definitely have made it wrong in the beginning, like when I first made this model, because right now it has a dimension. It has a diameter of 7 meters. Ah, we can... I'm just decent. Engines. Archimedes. Select hierarchy. There we go. Now we have some more engines. In this sort of layout. Obviously these don't make any sense, but you can fix that pretty quickly. Right. That's the new sort of layout. Obviously the holes I cut are way too small because now they don't have really any room for gimbaling. So are the 2.1 height is the only given dimension. .1 meters tall. Okay. Yeah, for the engine. Which is... Let's do a cylinder. 2.1. That pretty much matches my engine right now. Mine is a little bit... If we take for the top of the mount that I made here. Yeah, so that sort of matches those dimensions. I don't know about this. We'll just leave it like this because you can't really see the rest of the engine. And I'll just make the Boolean stuff. A little bit bigger. Actually, I'll make the engines a little bit smaller. We have above me, there's a engine above me, right? At some point. So I should have an image of that. Somewhere. There we go. Hello. Which is a really weird image. If you know, you know. This top plate is photoshopped from this backboard. So you see this sort of barcode or whatever numbers there are on there. It's up here. It's sort of mirrored and stretched. But the engine is a real model because they had that at the live, like on stage, right? But it's sort of maybe photoshopped into the box, or maybe it's just was in the box, but then the box has been changed. It's definitely cut out of some other place. But anyways, yeah, it goes out. It's very wide. I don't know. Maybe we'll just leave it like this. Looks fine for now. I don't think I don't think we will even include it in the render that we're doing. So now it's just this looks a bit weird, like the curve it has here. A fake engine indeed. Yeah. And I think like this, the top of this is just flat, like it's not a real pump. That's what it looks like to me, at least. A tube or pipe, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I don't know. Weird stuff. Real fake engine, just like the capsule. Real fake doors. Okay, way too much geometry right here. Yep. I'll just do like this. What is this? Oh. Hello, second stage. Welcome. Welcome to the party. Yep. Adjustments. Just kind of want to have the sort of curve there correct. If it's even a curve, like it looks kind of straight all the way up. It looks more and more like the original render, if you guys remember that. Like this guy. Like the new nose cone for real C's. Yeah, that's funny. Because this one is totally just like a mock-up that they did just to show that they were working on something. This is 100% like not based in anything, I feel like. Or maybe it's like really early concept when they hadn't even decided to. Yeah. But it's funny that it's like it's looking more like this. It is real on paper. Just like Phantom Aerospace. Damn, drop the bomb. Get wrecked. Do they even have like any hardware by now? They must have, right? Like it's been so long. I'm just looking around this, wondering what to do. I think we are gonna move into the next half of the stream where we model a capsule. I'll just take a short break. Get some references ready for the capsule. I have these on hand. Yeah, I just loaded the one. This one too. Kinda sus, not gonna lie. But then there's this. Is there another one? Was there another render? There was one, right? With the... Maybe... Was it just these two? Let me know. Maybe I'm just thinking of this like CAD render. There's a lot of renders. There was a lot of stuff in the PDF that wasn't on the like presentation live stream. I can't quite remember. Neutron. No, I think it was just these two. Okay. Alright, you're doing pixel counting. Let's see. And it should be about 86 centimeters. Diameter? Okay, sweet. I'll try that, see how it matches. Thank you. 80.86 divided by 2. Okay, sweet. A radius of 43. Okay, yeah, so they are definitely thinner. Plus 3, yeah. Thank you so much. And Corey, you're saying, glad the design moved away from the Not-A-Falcon 9 or reusable rocket concept starters. Yes, indeed. I think it's just basically a sort of basis that they start with, because okay, this sort of basic design works. We'll just start with that, or at least show that we're use that to show what we're working on. Yeah, it's the same with the Ariane group, that they're working on the reusable rockets that they're working on, and the Chinese rockets as well. That yeah, I think it's basically just the artist, whatever artists do those renders are just get sold to, okay, do something sort of like Falcon 9, because that's what people recognize as a reusable rocket. And I guess Terran R is probably one of the only ones that completely started differently. I guess they showed that way later in the design process. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna change the engine, because I will have to sort of change the whole dimensions, and then I'll have to change these pipes here, which is, I mean, would probably take 5 minutes, but I want to get on to modeling the capsule, because I think that will take a little bit of time. So I will just put you guys on a break, and I will see you in like 5 minutes or something. Peace. Hello. Hello there. Just boiling some water for some coffee. It is really loud. What the hell? How are you guys doing? Did you enjoy the break? I can hear that my neighbors are having a little bit of a party. Imagine that. I'd rather have a party with you guys. Hell yeah. Get wrecked, neighbors. Holy chicken tenders! Oh, I'm hungry. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, now I'm hungry. I need chicken tenders. My space is epic. I need a bigger space. I need I just want, this is, do you guys in English or like American, do you call it a studio apartment when it's like one room? Because that's what I have. And I really just mentally need 2 rooms. That's what I'll be looking for. Because just going to work and my bed is right behind my screen there, just rolling out of the bed, rolling into my chair for work that's rough. I mean, it's very relative because I have the best job ever, so I shouldn't complain, but yeah, know what I mean. Yes, indeed. Theme is from Thermos from Ariane and Long March 9. Yep, that sounds correct. Yeah, so I want a 2-room apartment. It can be small. That's fine. Just yeah, 2 separate rooms at least. Which is a lot to ask for, I guess, but especially with how the market is right now. I kind of just very selfishly hope the housing market crashes just a little bit in Denmark, so I can sort of get in while it's at a low point, get something cool, and then it can sort of build back up again. But obviously that'll hurt a lot of people, so I'm not really actually wishing for that. But all right, coffee. Okay, guys, get ready to see one of the coolest cups ever. It is the Mustache Main Cup. Hell yeah. It even has if you have such a magnificent mustache as this guy, it has, okay, I don't want to pour my coffee all over myself. I don't know if you can see this. There's a risky business here. But it has a mustache guard. It has a little bridge. You can drink through that and it won't get your mustache wet. It's absolutely magnificent. Someone sent that to me, which is just awesome, because I was talking about on a stream that I have this really cool ugly mug collection where I have it was my twin brother that started it. He just came home from a trip and he bought me a really ugly cup, and that's become sort of a tradition now. And now I have a collection of ugly cups, and some of my friends have given me one, and I give my twin some, and now a viewer sent me this, which is just epic indeed. Anyways, should we get back into it? Should we do the modeling? Neutron. It is a capsule, just not an announcement of a capsule. Yes. Makes sense. Alright, let's do it. References. Let's get some capsules in here. So, can move this out of the way. We have these. We have these to work with. So I think I'll keep this by the side. Sort of the correct scale, and I will duplicate this one and use that as sort of a reference up here. Okay, cool. So this is where we can actually see that this bit down here is part of the fairing, because I feel like that's where the service module will go, right? Right. Does that make sense? Do you guys agree? I'm just guessing here. Because we haven't seen one where it's on the rocket, right? It just makes sense that this is where it would go, I feel like. Don't need an extended fairing bit. I don't like when it's all perspective like this. Can't use it accurately. I think I'll just actually duplicate this. Use this as the base shape for the capsule. Because I feel like that would be the same. Just lower, because this won't be as tall. I can't see chat. Hello, chat. There you are. Hello. Hi guys. How are you doing? Are you welcome? What? Are you welcome? Of course you're welcome. Are you ready? I'm not ready. I'm so tired. But I'll push through. We can do this. Okay. I will need to detach this from the let's see. I want the inside as well, actually. Actually, I don't. I want half of the inside. Like up to here. Mark sharp, mark seam. Because then we can just take all of this and this bit and call that part of the fairing. So we'll say this is Neutron fairing bottom. Move this into the... Just parent this, I guess. We do want to... Yeah, I've started to utilize collections a lot more. Then I can easily turn it off and stuff. Fairing. Move the old fairings in there. New fairings? Are they not? I guess not. Neutron fairings. Move them in there. Just toggle those off. And say... Oh, this will... Yeah. The Neutron capsule flying with the second stage will look so weird. Like... Imagine... Okay, this looks really weird, but... Imagine this. Second stage flying with this like huge capsule on top. We'll probably have like an adapter of some sort, I guess. To go out. I don't know. Maybe it'll be... No. I was about to suggest it'll be single stage to orbit, but... That makes no sense, because that would probably have to be... expendable then. I feel like they don't want to do that. Okay. We'll make a new one, call it capsule. And as per Robot's suggestion in the beginning, we will have to remember, so remind me of this. Once we've made the capsule, make a small sticker on it that says not a capsule. With a little asterisk, I guess. Alright. This is neat. Yeah. Cool. It has... The window is sort of like Starship-like, right? Okay, it has sort of this face plate, I guess. And plate down here around the RCS. Cool. Okay. So I think we can actually just duplicate the bottom of the fairing. duplicate this and say use that as the service module. Hello, we don't want you guys. Hello. I guess that's the heat shield. What's happening here? Are you behaving? I guess it's just because it's... Yeah, okay, cool. Gonna look like a New Zealander shepherd. I like that. I like that. Yeah, definitely. We'll yeah, cool. Oh, right, because we just cut it off here. We don't really have. Just bridge the edge loops. Sure, these are greased. Do the same on the bottom. We need to do this on the fairing as well, but I'll just leave it for now. Cool. So we'll just leave that as a service module. Obviously, I think it needs the bottom, right? Yeah, so it has a bottom with what looks like solar panels. It's kind of blue, at least blue tint. And then for engines, I guess, kind of like Starliner. Okay, capsule. And we also wanted to use the fairing for that, so we just say duplicate, move, capsule, Neutron capsule. Rename this Neutron capsule, Neutron service module. And these will both have a sort of common parent, I think. Ah, this is interesting. Now the question is, do I make the capsule wider, or do I make the service module go in? I think I make this capsule wider, right? To match this. Also matches the picture more, I feel like. Yeah. I don't think I'll make it match the picture fully, because the picture is seen from like this. Hello? This kind of weird angle, so it shouldn't match it completely. I'll just use this fairing shape and hope that turns out good. Abort motors, I don't really know. I think it's abort motors on the Starliner, right? So it could be abort motors, could also be I don't know, motors to deorbit, or I guess that we discussed that last time, could be done with RCS, so maybe it could be motors for the rest of the way into orbit, or like orbital maneuvers to the space station or something. But yeah, probably abort motors. I think that's the idea. But again, I think it's just like they're just doing a study in it, so I doubt this is like any type of final design. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Do I make it wide at the top? Do I make it wider at the top? I don't know. It's a pretty sweet docking port now. Okay. Big giant window. Big giant window, big giant window. Oh, that was almost perfect. Okay. This is a weird perspective. How do I do this? Oh, this is hot. I think I'll just start by subdividing it a ton. And then shrink wrapping it. And then sort of modeling off of that, maybe. Interesting. This is on my Starship model. The window was definitely one of the most difficult parts, so somewhat not really looking forward to this. This sort of just such a like difficult shape. Yeah, I even wanna just to get the basic shape right first. Ugh, this shrink wrapping is maybe actually just Okay, I think actually I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna go the Boolean route. I think I'll make this shape, just cut it out of the capsule, and then use that shape also for the window. Or maybe like use the cutout of the capsule for the window. I think that'll be an easier way to get the correct shape. What I'm thinking is cube, which is I'll make it just follow the shape, but just make it a little bit wider. Which should be correct since it's rotated just a little bit. And then subdivide this a bunch. Yes. Then hopefully by doing this you can see what I mean. Yeah, I think we're getting kind of rough, but don't need this one in the middle. Yeah, I think you see what I mean, right? But not really sure about the method here, but I'm just experimenting. I think that sort of gets the correct shape. And then the idea I was thinking, move it back to the center. Duplicate the capsule. On the first capsule, say Boolean. Do a normal Boolean like this. On the second one, say Boolean, but say intersect, which should leave us with just this bit. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so now I should probably this way around, because otherwise I have to apply the subdivision. So I'll do this, fix the... Oh, that's kind of rough. Yeah, because the cutout is so high subdivided. Hello, Spaceflight Industries. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hot coffee. Simply lovely. Okay, I think I'll go with a low subdivision like this. Maybe 2 to get the correct shape. And apply those. and then fix the geometry. Yeah, I'll hide this and fix the capsule first. I want to make the inside of the capsule. Okay, I haven't applied this yet, so I want to actually duplicate all of the capsule and just move it inwards. I guess just scale it, probably. Yeah. And then invert the calculation so it's inside. And now when we do the boolean, it should cut a hole. Yeah, sweet. Very thick hole, but it's fine. And now I should be able to, yeah, fix this geometry. Oh boy. Ooh, baby. There's gotta be a better way of fixing geometry like this, right? Guess we can turn on weld. Some like automatic way. Because I love working with booleans. This is my least favorite part of working with booleans. Which I think is obvious why. Could be. Because then like here, now I have this geometry. If I move it all to this point, it'll sort of remove all this geometry that I've made that I want. So now I have to sort of make some cuts around it to make it make sense. It's a feature don't need fixing. Maybe you're onto something. Yeah. Love that. I guess clean topology isn't what I'm known for, so shouldn't worry too much about it. Yeah, I'll just remove that, yeah, I think I'll do a neat little trick with these because I don't want to mess too much with this geometry. Yeah. Just remembering to do the same stuff on each side, but sort of mirrored. I could, of course, actually mirror it, but who wants that? Did I move this here? I think I did. Yeah. This goes down here. Goes here. This goes there. This goes there, 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 destroy, and then that's just not there at all. Cool. Okay, so I think now I can select most of this. What's happening here? Right. That is weird. Shouldn't stop like in the middle here. Unless something is wrong. Which I can't figure out. Maybe I'll just do a merge by distance. That's interesting. Maybe it's here. Yep. Cool. Okay, so now I have all of this, and then I can maybe select the top here. Okay, might as well fix what I what is reasonable up here. I just want to basically select as most of... What am I trying to say? Select all of this, and then if I do this, it should be a magic trick to improve the topology? Magic? Is this how you topology? No? Maybe? I don't know, I'm just making this up as I go. I don't actually know what I'm doing, guys. Looks kind of okay though. Right, just... This is not one you don't want to do this. You can also see it is sort of complaining. What you really want to do is have squares, quads as you call them. Yeah. So I really should do something like connect these and these. And that's at least somewhat better. And then maybe these. And then we have this weird stuff, but then at least now this is all quads. You can see he's really complaining here, so I'll just do the same on this side. It does look kind of cool. It does. Yeah. Don't know about this like straight edge here, but yeah, we'll see how it looks when we put the window in. Again, I am just doing this kind of quick because I am very tired. Did I mention that? Don't think I've mentioned that. Make the edge a little bit thinner. Streamline it. Do a bit of the same here, I think. We should. Now this is where we should actually probably... Yeah, 2 birds with 1 stone. Fix this. Make this a quad. Dissolve these. Make this a quad and this a quad. Nice. That's good geometry actually. Or like topology. At least better than before. Whoop. Sweet. Could have made an argument for doing this on the outside first and then doing the inside, because now we have to basically do all of that on the inside as well. Also argue that you can't see the inside, so you might as well not do it. I love that argument. Also just do that. It's fine. It's no problem. Cool. Cool. No doubt. What do we do here? Just do the same real quick. Sweet. It's kind of rough up there, but who cares? Cool. We have a saucy capsule. This edge, or like kink in the edge there is not. I'm not too happy with that, but it's probably an easy fix. But I'll just leave it. And probably, yeah, just dissolve these edges so it's actually a quad up there. That's good. Good topology. This is so weird to drink from, this cup. Since it has that much mustache guard. Feels so weird. I could just drink opposite, I guess. But that's not how it was meant to be. Okay. Window cutout is done. Quickly, at least. So I'll move this into booleans. And we have the window, which we can just sort of fix maybe. The backside should really be the same as the front, so I'll just delete that actually. And all of this, which I think will solve a lot of my problems. Geometry wise. Now I can just subdivide it a bunch and solidify it. Easy peasy. And yeah, still have some some floating edges here, whatever you want to call it. Vertices. Guess we could fix that. Okay, you've convinced me, chat. I'll fix it. I don't know. I think that's fine. I mean, we don't really need to fix it. It's just sort of prettier. And for these, like they really like they do shape the geometry. So if I merge all of this, it does sort of, yeah, it's not too bad, I guess. But like around these corners, we do need a lot more geometry. So if I merged all of that, it would look weird, and I don't want to spend time fixing the topology. And yet I'm doing it. What is going on in my brain? Guys, it truly is Saturday, isn't it? Truly, I should be sleeping. Let's see how that looks. Ah, pain. Pain. Big pain and suffering. That's better. Yeah. This is what happens when you do it really quick. Really rough. I think I can make it look fine at a distance, I guess. Ooh, carbon fiber window, that's neat. Cool. It's white, right? Neutron capsule. Looks a little bit weird, but I think maybe the capsule just looks weird. I think we kind of got it somewhat correct. Still, I don't like this kink, so I'll have to fix that later, I think. But for now, it's fairly good and looks cool enough from the front, which I'm planning on doing a render sort of from the front here, looking up. Yeah. Sweet. It is super duper scary. Like, imagine you sitting in here, looking up, and you have a really good view. Like, looking out of the window here. Really good view of the sky. Don't crash my PC. It's awesome. Looking out, everything is awesome. And then you remember that you're flying directly into that airstream right there. Any bird flying. I guess a rocket has never really hit a bird on the way up, right? So that's not really an issue. Probably more micro meteorites in the while in space and stuff. Yeah. Holy potatoes, indeed. Life is going great. I'm very tired, but we're struggling. We're struggling it. You see. I can't speak. We're struggling along together. I had some nightmares about the cupola. Yeah. Cupola, at least cupola have these like covers that fold up, so you can protect it. So when you don't use the cupola, it'll be just protected. That's nice. Doesn't look like this will have that. Obviously Dragon doesn't have that, but that's tiny windows. Starship. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about these big windows. Might be fine. But yeah. That's our Neutron and Capsule. Roughly. For now. Don't want to do the RCS ports today. I think my brain is fried, so I think I'll just slap some logos on there. We'll do a render, and I'll do all of this and ports and stuff off stream, because or maybe another stream. I don't know if that's fun enough for a single stream, but yeah. I'm just fried today, guys. Sorry. Poor burps. Oh, damn. Didn't know that shuttle hit some birds. But I do remember the the seagulls on landing there on the barge. Yeah, that was fun. Rest in peace. Trying to understand Houdini? Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. We have a hole in the window. The window. To the capsule. To the wall. Cool. Cool beans. Logos. We have a Rocket Lab logo. We want to slap on here. Do I do images as plain, or do I duplicate it and add text? I think I do images, because we need to have the correct dimensions. We do images as planes. We go to my. I have picture. Why do I have this? I have rockets, Neutron. I have the Rocket Lab logo in here. It's probably in my Electron folder. There's one, at least. Right, so it's... Oh, it's inverted. Do I have an inverted one? That is the question. Do I have an inverted one? Maybe I do. Or I guess this one is... Why is that empty? Weird. I'll just do one in paint.net real quick. Just take the one I already have, invert the colors. Pictures, rocket, electron, rocket lab logo, new, transparent, open. Select all the white stuff. Adjustments, invert colors. I know you guys can't see this. So, sorry. Rocket. Black. What is happening? Not loading. Did I choose the wrong one? Quality commentary, Casper. Nice. Okay, here we go. Hello, Wooper. Thank you. I don't know how much you saw, but this is how we're going for now. Going strong. Going to bed soon. Can't wait. I just hope I don't get like past my tiredness and then start to get awake again. What is that called? Does that have a name in Danish? In English? In Danish, that's called overtired. When you sort of get so tired that you start to regain like a fake sense of energy or whatever. Okay, so sort of match the curvature. Subdivide, shrink wrap, boom. There we go. And then 0.0025 or something. Been lurking for a while. Nice. Some people like to lurk. That's absolutely fine. Should do a render showdown with space animators. We sort of do that. It's not in a like competition sort of way, but with kids draw rockets each year. We sort of all do renders of the same sort of thing. It's not the exact same thing, but sort of the same topic, I guess, which is fun. If you don't know what Kids Draw Rockets is, you can follow the Kids Draw Rockets Twitter, and you can also read about it on my website, casperstanley.com. I have a page under personal projects, I think it's called. That's called Kids Draw Rockets, and I explain it there. Really cool project that we do each December. There you can see the flag there. Call it being exhausted in Canada. Yeah, but when exhausted is also just like you're like tired, right? When you're exhausted, you're sort of still tired, right? Or is exhausted literally the word for when you're past tired? And I've just never known that, because that would be news to me. Yay, Kid Store Rockets is awesome. I'm glad you guys agree. It's really one of my favorite things that we do each year. So this is just a quick and dirty way to sort of do decals, I guess. I mean, it is decals, but a quick and dirty way to do texturing. So instead of doing an actual texture for the capsule and service module, just slap the logos on there, and it sort of just works perfectly fine. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do any of this. It'll take time to do sort of all of that. I think this is good enough. If I just shade smooth, maybe just take this down to 3. Yeah, I think this is cool enough for a render. So I think we'll just go right into that. Yeah. You guys ready for that? I don't think I'm gonna do much editing in Photoshop like we did last time. So I think I'll just do a render that looks good in Blender, and we'll just post that to Twitter. I think both are exhausted here. The main difference is you sound a lot more tired in the second one. Right. I think I know what you mean. Okay, so this is my file for Rocket Explorer. Also, if you don't know what Rocket Explorer is, you can go to rocketexplorer.com. rocketexplorer.space. There should be a link in the description. And then you can also read about it there or on my website. But yeah, so I don't want to do the rendering in this file. This I sort of try to keep just the rocket and then disable everything that I don't use. And then I will make a new file and load the model into here. Just say, yeah, I don't want to actually change it, so I'll just say link, and I'll link the model. Whoops. Models, rockets, blend files, Neutron, new collection, and the collection is Neutron, right? Yeah, cool. That is interesting. Maybe I will append it instead of linking it. So then I can control what I'm showing and what I'm not showing. Shouldn't be showing everything. Like that. Sweet. Let's see if render pauses stream again. I can almost guarantee it. Maybe I'll actually just sort of set up the render, preview it, and then end stream, and then I'll set it to render, edit it a little bit in Photoshop, post that to Twitter and Discord and whatever. You guys can see it. Let me know if you want to watch it render. I just feel like that's maybe not the most exciting thing to view. 1080 by 1920. Want to do a vertical. Okay, so my idea is view it like this on a sort of pseudo launchpad, not an actual launchpad. Maybe in flight, actually. Maybe in flight. And then have a big moon behind it that really glows. Some stylized stuff. Yeah. Let's try and see. Okay. We'll do that. Yeah. Cool. I like this sort of setup. I'll just... Maybe I'll actually do... Oh yeah, I totally forgot to fix the the texturing here. It's like the scale. Let's see. I want to match this sort of scale, right? This is kind of rough. Should be this scale that matches now. Same for these guys. Should be 0.2, 0.4. Yeah. And these 0.4. That's even smaller, right? So 0.5 from that. Cool. Just kind of rough guesstimate. Doesn't need to be perfect because you can't really see the texture in the render. You can probably just see like the overall shading that it gives it. What is happening here? Oh, I loaded the new logo and then it probably... Well, that's interesting. That happened. Yep. Cool. No doubt. Sweet. Yep. Nice. Yeah, not a big fan of this. I don't think I'm... Because I wanna see the capsule, right? So maybe go like middle of the rocket. Straight on. I still want to have this like low focal length, so it's sort of fisheye effect a little bit. It's sort of whooshing past the rocket, past the camera. Yes. Just said that. I want to have some motion blur. I want to try this. Okay, I should just save before I render. I want to do a quick test render. Where instead of moving the camera or moving the rocket up and down, which would be like how real motion blur would look like, I want to just rotate the camera, see how that looks. Neutron with capsule stylized render. Save. I want to look into a backup solution at some point soon, because right now some of my projects I back up in like GitHub, which isn't the greatest thing, for like 3D work and stuff like that, and some stuff I upload to Google Drive, so it's a bit all over the place. So I want to look into a RAID solution, and maybe even a solution where it's sort of in multiple places. So I could have one here, and I could have one at my parents that my dad could use probably. I feel like I saw a Linus Tech Tips video about this, and then we could each have a RAID hard drive backup solution, and then it would also back up to each other's thing. And then even if like my whole thing failed or like it burnt down or whatever, it will still be backed up at a fully different location. That just seems like a very good idea. Okay, quick render time. I wanna quick rant there on backup stuff. Yeah, I just want to do a quick render here. See how the motion blur looks like. It's fine, I guess. It's a bit much since I want to actually see the rocket. Actually, I might want to... I don't want to motion... I want it to be stylized. I don't want motion blur. That's sort of a realism thing. I can add some in post if I want to have some in the background. Yeah. Don't like that. Want to add a moon. I feel like I have a moon model somewhere. I could probably reuse the moon I made for Celestis. The animation I made with cosmic perspective and for Celestis had a moon in there. Yeah, let's see if I can find that. So was really high quality. It was like 16K texture, maybe even more, which was really slow to render. But let's see how, if I can find that. Hello? Cosmic. There we go. Should have a object. Moon. Please load. Don't crash. Does seem like a cool backup system, right? Yeah. It if it's a little bit expensive, but okay. Here we have a moon. Might even have like real displacement, which could take a long time to render. Let's see. Does it have that? Settings. Oh, it's bump only. Let's check the material. Okay, so I have a 20K moon texture and I have an 8K moon texture. I think I'll just go with the 8K one for this one. So, actually no. Why not? Let's go with 20K, and I think that will also it's one of those things that even though the render isn't 20K or even 8K, it'll still like show with how the shadows fall and everything. It'll still like be able to see that. So I'll just do this. I won't render on stream because that will definitely crash. When I have the camera see a little bit longer than that. Hello Marco, welcome. You don't even know how much these streams help me. Damn, that's awesome to hear. I'm really glad that is actually something that helps. Not really something that I think about. That's really cool. Hi, Nicholas. Welcome, welcome. It's going to be weird with the fisheye perspective, but I like it. Yeah, I'm going for a little bit of a weird thing here, but I think with the moon here in the background, and maybe some... If I render with a transparent background, I can make some sort of colored radiant or some like starry, stylized starry background. We'll see how that looks. I want to make the moon glow a lot, so I don't know if I should just beam a bunch of light on it. I kind of don't want to go into rendered view. It's a little bit scary here because of the resolution of the... I actually kind of like how the streaks look from this side, like these like small streaks. Looks kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know. It's Marco indeed. Indeed. Oh. For helvede, Nicholas. Hvad griner til mig? Sorry, my little brother in chat felt it would be a good idea to call me. God damn it. What am I thinking? Camera. Depth of field. No, I don't want that. It's one of the things. One of those things that's, again, realism, which I'm not going for, so I need to, yes, not do that. Okay. Sort of at a crossroads here. Because I want to go into rendered view, because I want to see how it looks like. But I don't want to go into rendered view, because it'll, like, crash the PC, or the stream at least. Something. Let's just clean up what I'm not using, which is probably the 8K texture and stuff. That'll make the file a little bit smaller. I want to render with transparent background, and I want to render with a... Okay, so the skybox, that's the thing. World, I don't want to render with the normal sky. I want to render with, let's see. I should move the moon into a separate collection and then I can go into rendered view, I think. moon. If I disable it. I have another texture here. Let's find an Hdri that I want. It doesn't need to be high quality because I just want the color of it, right? This one is really cool. Okay. Pray for my PC. I will go into rendered view. Polo, nice, nice. Nice one. Okay, we're in rendered view. Did the stream survive? Who knows? So this is the Hdri that I chose. It's just a JPEG really, so it's not really high quality. But I like the colors of it. Which I think I can really do stylized. Maybe yeah, because I have the moon in the background. I obviously don't want to render with this. I do like the look of it though, like in the clouds here. It is pretty sweet. I think I found this on... Where did I find this? I think it was one of those stock sites, one of the big ones, which I accidentally paid for. I just have access to this, and it has like really high quality HDRIs, but it's just JPEGs, which is really annoying. Okay, so I wanted to rotate it. I want to rotate it so the lighting comes from behind, which is -90. And then I have a sun too, right? And I want that to also come from behind. But I actually want two. Let's see. I want one coming from this side, just 20 degrees. Sort of blue. Moonlight type deal. And another one that's exactly the same from the other side. Let's see how that looks. I maybe wanna dim the skybox a little bit. So I like the general reflections that I'm getting from it, but I do want this to be like a darker render with a really bright moon in the background. It sort of glows. I want a little bit more moonlight on the sides. Or just 10 degrees more. And then I want to make them more diffuse. So right now the angle here is sort of set to a realistic value. That's the sort of the angular diameter is, as you can see there, of the sun in the sky, right? So how much of the sky takes up. Yeah. And that's a sort of realistic value, and that also controls how the shadows are. It also controls the reflection of the sun. So you'll see now that I change it. Right now it's this like really one point, but if I make it like 20 degrees, it's a big old point, which looks weird from here, but it's sort of, instead of 0.05, but what? No, it's just 0.5, right? 0.5. This is like, I don't know how to explain this, but it's more diffuse, more spread out lighting, which looks better. Yeah. For this type of render, at least, I want more light from the sides, and I want some around the bottom as well. So I think I'll just cheat with some more lights, just some sort of area lights. Make it a rectangle. It's really tall. I want it to be the same color as these, so I'll copy that. Paste that here. This is something that I really enjoy doing. Just like playing around with lights and getting it to look really cool. Absolutely, Marco. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, so you can see now what I'm going for, right? I want reflection down here and all the way down the side, so. But I don't want it, yeah, I want it to look like the sun reflection up there, but not as strong. So 500 is probably a bit much, but I just wanted to see it, so I want to make it taller. Like that. This is one of those things that's totally unrealistic, but it helps sell the sort of stylized look that I'm going for. What is this rotation? Minus 33. Should be 33. Should be here. Should be. There we go. Right. So now you can see it has these like this lights all the way down the side, and also it helps make the strakes sort of really stand out because it's this sort of cut off, which again doesn't really make sense. Not really realistic, but I think it looks cool. Yeah, and it looks kind of weird with this fisheye effect, and I think I'll add some distortion around the edges. A little bit like I did for the render I did of Ariane 6 on the launch pad. Let's see if I can find that. I have a thing called live image, and I think, yeah, I already have it selected. So this render that I made, really fisheye effect, really distorted around the edges, as you can see. I think I really like that sort of look, so sort of go with something a little bit similar here. Different color scheme, kind of, but yeah. Cool. Not much else to do. Obviously, it could have some better texturing. Right now, it literally has no texturing. Didn't even touch the basic material. I think it's just, yeah, 0.5, 0.5. Maybe it should be shiny. Maybe it should be more rough. I don't know. It actually looks decent at 0.5. So I'll just leave it. Probably should be completely white. I don't know. It's funny that it looks so good, like just standard values. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'll just leave it there, and then I will do some rendering, and some magic will happen, and you will see it pop up on Twitter, and I'll post it in Discord as well. So yeah, because I don't want to activate the moon and do a render while I'm on stream, so this is what you'll see, and then in a little bit you'll see some magic pop up on your timeline, so get ready for that. And if you don't follow me on Twitter, probably a link in the description, but if there's not, I'm at Casper_Stanley. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into this stream, which was 2 hours and 43 minutes long, much shorter than the other one, but that's what I had energy for today, so it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Hope you liked the entertainment. I hope you liked the modeling. Certainly could have been better, but Yeah, that's what it is. Love you guys. I will see you guys soon with some really cool animations that I'm working on. I have some cool announcements coming up. Yeah. Sweet. How to end a stream. Like this. Okay. Bye.